Smoke and mirrors, guys. Welcome to the movie factory.
Ooh, so exciting.
Trust me. Please, we can kill it.
Ferocious, aren't you? I'm trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
On your eyes, Rick!
You're not trying to die.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on.
Yes! Yes! Fuck you, too!
You're gonna see some serious shit.
Welcome back. This is episode 81, Smoke and Mirrors. How we doing there, fellas?
That's good, man.
Doug.
That's good. How you going?
I'm good. Sunday, chilling.
Absolutely living.
Sunday fun day, my friend. Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. I was trying to savor the time. Back to the work week. Tomato.
Back to it. It's my first full work week in 3 weeks, I think.
I know. And at 4 days, it's getting a bit long.
Pause. Yeah. All right. Kicking off with our streaming news there. So we heard about Danielle Deadwyler. That's a fire name. Deadwyler. That's like a comic book name. So she's going to lead this show called Demimonde.
Mm.
I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm saying it. Or is it no accent? Maybe it's Demimonde.
That's what I thought.
It probably is. There's no accent on the E. Anyway, so she's going to play this this woman that's torn away from her husband and daughter in this science accident, they're saying. And she's forced to unravel this conspiracy and then get back with her family. Yeah. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds very cool.
JJ's all over this one too.
JJ is really increasing his TV credits now.
Yeah. I think that's where a lot of people go. We've seen so much talent go to TV. But when it's JJ Abrams, who's used to big blockbuster filmmaking, you can expect that sort of shit on screen as well. HBO Max, they say.
Yeah. But he's from TV. Lost and all that sort of stuff was him.
Yeah.
Him and Lindelof, I think.
Yeah. That's why I doubted him when, because he only did TV and then he got given Mission Impossible 3. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, JJ came with the goods.
You know why? Do you know why? Because they said the writer of Felicity is gonna direct it. They said Lost or something cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they specifically said Felicity to us to fuck with us.
Yeah. But also they were doing the PR for Cruise jumping on that fucking couch, so they had to get the women audience.
That women audience was coming anyway.
Badly.
The men were going to bring them to watch the movie. I didn't get it.
Yeah. I think now, Mission Impossible, there's so many strong female characters.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't the female audience turn up? And not for the sort of the first factor. You know what I mean? I don't think Cruise is a commodity like that anymore. I think it's now, we're seeing strong female characters that aren't just damsels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's that and, the story's real good.
Yeah.
It's the story now. You can have all that, the women fighting and all that sort of stuff and all those characters, but if the story's shit, nobody wants to watch that movie. It's all the story.
Looking at you, Fantastic Beasts.
Charlie's Angels.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
That was specifically for women. I don't think they were allowed to sell tickets to men.
Yeah, we weren't. We got specifically told we weren't allowed to watch it. It wasn't a movie for us, so we didn't show up. And then we got blamed for it.
Jesus. It's like every man's fucking nightmare.
Other than your husband, you're giving me shit.
Moving on to another strong female character. Melissa McBride has opted not to return to the Walking Dead character of Carol in the spin-off of Daryl and Carol, which to me sounded like Mork and Mindy for some reason.
Especially when you say Melissa McBride.
Yeah.
Melissa McBride is that chick from What's-His-Face? Bridesmaids and that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's McCarthy.
Right. That's
I also did a double take on the name as well. I was like, who the fuck put this typo in here? How dare you? So because production for this is moving to Europe, and it's going to be for such a long time, Melissa McBride's kind of just like, fuck this. I don't want to move from stateside to Europe for however long production is, and then reshoots and the eventual second season and whatnot. So she doesn't want to commit to that because it'll take her away from her family. Like, I completely understand this at the age that she's at. Like, she's made her money off Walking Dead. It's been fucking how many seasons now? 11? 12?
Who knows?
I stopped watching after season 5.
Get this though. Why go all the way to Europe to shoot this? It's not cheap. It's not like you're shooting in big cities.
Yeah. It's usually just fields and fucking prisons and shit like that.
Yeah.
Mate. You just shoot it there.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if the characters now are in Europe for some fucking reason. I don't know.
How did they get there?
I haven't been following.
You had that mullet-headed fuck that was supposedly smart, but it was really just dumb.
True.
That's the last thing I saw.
I think that was... I don't even know that character.
I reckon this is all Reedus, though. I think because Reedus is bloody married to... what's her face? Von Hammerschmark. What's her name? Diane Kruger. Yeah, Diane Kruger. I think it's just...
Well, my friend.
He did, actually. Especially with that head. What's his face? Yeah, I think he just wants to be close to her. Which is stupid. You just stay stateside. You keep that cost down by staying stateside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless they go to... Romania. Because that's where a lot of productions move to kind of get that one cheaper workforce and tax incentives for shooting there.
Why the
That's
fuck
what Blade Runner shot.
Why the fuck would you want to be there when this whole Ukraine-Russia thing's going on?
That's it, yeah. That's probably another concern of hers. Like, I would not want to be in that part of Europe right now.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near Europe right now. Putin has nuclear weapons that can get to the US. You think Europe is that far away? Come on now.
Come on. What do you call it? As soon as you said Romania, I lost all interest because I went straight to Van Helsing in my head. Romania.
Romania is supposed to be fire. And that food there in Romania is supposed to be fucking top notch.
And the women's.
Sandra Romaine. So now what they're doing is they're tooling this to be a Daryl-centric show where he's just out there fucking wandering the wilds and shit like that.
Yeah.
What he wanted, huh?
Yeah.
I have to share that pay with nobody.
Looks like the budget just went down, my friend. And my salary just went up.
Norman Reedus and Weep Champion.
Fuck.
But no, speaking of, I guess, strong female figures, we've got Johan Rank, the guy who directed Chernobyl. He's going to direct the first 2 episodes of that Dune prequel show that's coming out. And the whole point of this is that it's going to lead up to, what's their names? The sisters of the Harkonnen. Yeah, they're going to move into the Bene Gesserit. They're going to create the Bene Gesserit. And that's what this whole show's about. So he's directing the first 2 episodes of this from there, and this is all going to show on HBO Max. Which is not too bad, to be honest.
BG Origins.
Keep it PG.
The BGs.
This bloody, what's his name? Billy Joel biopic?
No.
Did you see that they didn't get clearance from the Joel, not estate, but like, from Joel himself?
No.
Jesus.
They can't have any of the music in there.
Fucking wow.
It just makes no sense.
That's fucking stupid.
They're still going ahead with the movie.
Fucking why would you?
Oh, man.
With the hate that Joel had.
Joel still got shooters out in these streets to this day.
Badly.
To this day.
Anthony
Joel
song,
together.
Moving Out. I think he even he does the sort of syncopation for shooting the chopper as well. Give you a heart attack.
That are hanging out the back window. All you hear is just Ricky being screamed every time the sun drives past.
No, that's what he was putting out. That's the vibe he was saying. Don't fuck with me in the middle of the night. But he walked out with his crew, and he had the sunnies on. It was all black and white. He looked like a fucking commission in there.
He did,
yeah, man. On guard, it's Billy in the streets and Joel in the sheets.
But that sounds good, though. I kind of thought initially that we were going to get more from Denis, but because he's doing that sequel, he's not going to be as involved in this, but stays on as a producer.
Which is still fine. I'd rather him, take care of that sequel.
Yeah,
sort of spread himself too thin.
Yeah, it needs to be done proper, man. Fucking otherwise, the got his finger in too many pies, and then what if we get some mid product from fucking Dune?
Yeah,
the sequel and shit.
Yeah, especially when this one is set is it 10,000 or 1,000 years before?
10,000.
So they can't really fuck with the movies. You know what I mean? Denis kind of said, "Yeah, do your thing over there. I'll stay on as producer and get that bag." Yeah. But I like that he focuses on one thing and then fucking knocks it down and knocks it out of the park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they still chose a really good person to take over from Denny's spot here too, with Johan Rank too. Yeah. After the work this guy's put in for not just Chernobyl, but he did Breaking Bad and some other show as well. So fucking not bad at all.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it, man?
Huh?
Is that how you pronounce it? Chernobyl?
I'm not Chernobyl. That's how I've always said it. But I'm not too sure if that's the
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
But I was like Sonny and Chernobyl.
Yeah. The only thing that I don't like about this is I thought that it was going to be about what's her face, his mom's character.
Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be about her sort of training up to, because she's supposed to. She was supposed to birth. She's Mary, in other words. She's supposed to birth the
Muad'Dib.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's just weird. That would have been
throwing on Dune again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those needs to check that shit out again.
I need to watch it again. I need to just buy that movie because of the what's his face, man. Those got their settings all good now. So for now, yeah. Yeah, our final little story there for our streaming news segment is it looks like the Idol's losing a bunch of people. So the Idol was the show set up by The Weeknd and starring Lily Rose Depp as a pop star. So they're midway through production right now, and they're doing a bit of a course correction. So they're getting rid of Amy Seymet and Susanna Son. The Weeknd's come out and said, it's too female centered, and there wasn't enough, emphasis placed on his character in the movie in the show, which is kind of crazy to me because I thought that's what they were going for.
So did I.
Was the female experience in this whole world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like he got his way, and then they're just changing it up now.
Yeah. What a fucking surprise for the pop star to come out and say, there's not enough focus on me.
Oh, yeah.
But it's so weird because when you think about movies that involve someone getting drawn into a cult, because he's a cult leader in this.
Cult leader, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't put the focus on the cult leader because that's like the monster in your horror movie. You put the focus on the person getting drawn into it so you can go through that experience with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he gets that or if he's trying to do something different because I don't want to relate to the cult leader at all. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
that's why you focus on that person sort of stepping you through the world.
Yeah.
And getting drawn into the cult as opposed to the leader.
100%. I don't know.
It's almost like that that other movie that's coming out with DiCaprio.
Yeah.
The
Jonestown one.
Jonestown, yeah, with the sip the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. What do you call it? I don't know. It's fucking stupid to me, man. How are you gonna, like, you know, already have, like, rumored to have finished 4 or 5 episodes and now you're kicking up a stink? It's fucking weird to me.
Yeah. It's dog shit.
Yeah, it's a bit silly. Your name's the Weeknd for a reason, champion. You don't get majority of the week.
Your Weekend warrior.
Considering that they've already got like 5 episodes in a bag.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they keep going and then the next season can focus on him more?
That's right. You T2 the fuck out of it.
That's it.
Dumb fuck.
I don't get
Fuck
it.
me, mate.
I don't get it at all.
I just want to keep hitting buttons, but I've got it locked on something else.
But that's it.
That's it. That's it for streaming news. Moving on into film news. Cinemacon was happening, and Justin Lin and Vin Diesel were there to kind of talk about Fast X, the latest installment in the Fast and Furious saga, which is not to be confused with the Fast saga, which was the last one, I think.
Right.
So Vin Diesel asked Justin Lin, they were there, and he's like, do you think this is going to be the best one? And then Justin Lin was like, yeah, I guess. And he kind of like, he seemed a little awkward. And Vin Diesel then ran the show. 3 days later, Justin Lin announced that he is exiting Fast X. So he will no longer be director in any capacity. The reason given was that there was creative differences there between him and the studio, big quotation marks there, when in fact it was probably Diesel himself who was then trying to take over. With Justin Lin exiting this picture, right, it leaves this massive gap because now only second unit can continue and direct those action sequences, which Vin Diesel is probably like overseeing as well. But they need a director for first unit to do all like the close-ups and the character pieces, right? So this is costing Universal upwards of $1 million a day, one to keep actors and one to keep production costs going. And the actors are just kind of sitting there. They're getting a free holiday, right, until this director slot's filled up. Mm-hmm. F. Gary Gray, Rob Cohen, who else? And James Wan. Yeah. They're all busy. They've got shit on their plates, like production's going, so you can't bring any of the veteran directors in. So they're thinking, well, let's get one of our more experienced second unit directors to step up into that director spot, because then they won't go, well, I need to retool the script, I need to retool the story, I need to set up this shot list. They can just come in and do what was kind of programmed and then get the fuck out.
Yeah.
There's also, on top of that, you got Brie Larson, you got Jason Momoa, and Charlize Theron, who are also doing like their own pick. They've got projects lined up for after this, right? So there's only like this short window where they can really fucking film this with those actors attached. Should that move further down the line, they're going to have to replace those big names as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't replace Cypher now in the last 2 movies. The same way you can't replace The Rock. So they're in a really, really fucked up place. And I do not envy them. We've seen this before in fucking Island of Dr. Moreau, where John Frankenheimer had to come in after that director, I forget his name now, was replaced.
Yeah. Because of Brando.
Yeah.
Not Brando, because of Kilmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brando was just a everyday weirdo on that set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brando just like living his own main character life.
I saw Garth from Dark Horizons. Shout out to Garth from Dark Horizons. He tweeted out the story, and he just said, "Get Mr. Bay on the phone."
That's it, man. If they got Bay,
Mate,
it'd be the fastest X.
it'd be the best one ever.
Fucking oath.
The Bay would be like, "We're not doing that because I can't do it really in camera. We're not doing that." So
Yeah.
I see Vin Diesel walking up, making suggestions, and Bay just slaps him every time.
he literally would.
Shut your fucking mouth, Diesel.
What does Bay turn into the maddest top boy? Who's the fucking governor? You talking to me, Bay?
Bay would put him firmly in his place.
Yeah.
Because he did it. He did it to Will Smith. So I mean, God, you can only imagine what he'd do to Diesel.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The cool thing is with Bay though, you would get the focus on the picture to look the best it can possibly look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might not get the story elements, but then again, it's like the Fast and Furious franchise. Like if anyone's turning up for story elements, those checked out the fucking out the building in 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we're just here for the cars and explosions, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Fuck. We've had 5 extra movies with no story.
Yeah, but even that's not good enough anymore. All
True.
that CG and whatnot now. It's just too...
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah. Like, the thing that really
True.
pissed me off was fucking... Is it Fast 7? Where it was almost all fucking CG for all the stunts and shit like that?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the building? Like they jump the car to the next building? Disgusting.
And they have that massive like derailment where fucking his car just gets all fucked up, but you can see it's just CG. Like it's not even good CG. It's just CG. It's like fucking black and gold IGA CG.
Yeah, man, because you can do that stuff really, really well in camera.
Yeah.
Like all it is just the pole. They launch the pole out the car and it launches and starts spinning. Like it's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
Right now, you could probably radio control the cars as well, so that you wouldn't have to have a driver in the car.
That's right.
Yeah. Like, it just looks like laziness at some point in time, because we've seen these collisions happen in the previous Fast and the Furious movies. Like, we've seen that Charger fucking get annihilated.
Yeah. It's not laziness. It's literally cheaper. It's cheaper to do it in CG.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Which is
And the
why they don't
practicality
do it.
of it.
Yeah.
And you might want to throw your actors in the front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then have the car flip over them. Fucking unknown reasons.
But Bay is used to that with Transformers, so that's why I think he'd be good for this.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And he put those effects houses to work as well.
Yeah.
God, he put them to work.
100%. Fuck it hell.
He wasn't happy with just the explosions. It was just explosions that they were doing in Ambulance, because all the driving and whatnot is real.
Yeah.
It was just explosions, and they were CG, and he was like, I'm not happy with it. I don't like it at all. You can't even notice.
Do it again.
It's crazy.
Needs to look exactly like this photo where I just blew up a building 5 minutes ago. No. So we have, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Leica or is it Leica?
Leica.
Leica?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is the same animation studio who did the stop motion for Coraline as well as Paranorman. And they're attached to do their next film, which is The Night Gardener. So The Night Gardener... So this it's like a neo-noir folktale about this man in rural Missouri. And there's this massive like tragedy that happens, and he's just trying to look after his family during that time as well. That's about as much of a synopsis that we've gotten, but considering it's Leica on the back of this, what do you call it? We're going to see either some really good stop motion or maybe something different from these others. But either way, it sounds fucking exciting, man.
The O that wrote Ozark is also right in this one.
Yeah. Dubuque.
Maybe that father's just going to step out and be like, if you want to stop me, you're going to have to fucking kill me.
As soon as you said that shit, I went straight to Pineapple Express. I'll take you outside and fuck you in the streets.
When fucking Marty's like, that's all right. Get your shit and get the fuck out. Oh, man. I can't wait, though. Lycan puts in some quality fucking work.
They always put in work, man, because it takes so long to make their work.
Yeah, 100%.
And for a stop-motion animation house, they get the critical reception, but Leica historically hasn't gotten like the box office reception that I think they kind of deserve.
Yeah.
Since Caroline.
Yeah. They've like amassed like a huge cult following for some of the films that they've put like work into though.
Yeah.
So, but when I was looking up like this, because I was like, maybe there's a way to pronounce it, maybe they'll show it. But then I didn't know that Leica was the first dog to go to outer space as well. That was the name of the dog. Reach for the Skylar and whatnot.
Reach for the Skylar. God. All right. So with Cinemacon on, we got our first little synopsis there for Haunted Mansion. Got a nice little logo as well that looks kind of the same as the logo from the Eddie Murphy one. But, but still, it's in that Disney font. So this one stars Rosario Dawson.
Why'd you go all Boston there?
I don't know.
Like,
that's the way.
Like, Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah, that's what I don't know why.
It's like a towny fucking Christmas.
All right, so it looks like she's a single mother, which is crazy because, she's looking to start a new life. She finds this affordable mansion.
Yeah. She
moves in. Mansion's in New Orleans. Buy it. I always want to go to New Orleans so bad.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So she contacts this priest because she's in desperate need of help. The priest is Owen Wilson. And they enlist the aid of Lakeith Stanfield, this paranormal investigator, sort of expert sort of guy. This Ghostbuster, in other words. Yeah. And the French Quarter psychic, so Tiffany Haddish. And they sort of investigate this mansion and try to get the ghosts out of it.
What's cool is that because of the setting in New Orleans, you could get the voodoo in there.
Yeah.
Which sounds pretty cool. I don't believe Owen Wilson as a priest for a second. He'd be like blowing the backs out of like, how many fucking single women in the church?
That sort of priest. He's a Catholic priest.
Ah, okay, like a pastor style priest. Yeah. Then he can.
Yeah.
Legally blow the backs out.
They get down. Imposters is wild. I just find it weird. Why is it always the women of color is always a single mother? Like it's always a single mother.
Yeah.
But listening to the synopsis, I thought this was very similar to Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
Single mother takes a child to a house, new beginning, and then shit goes down, then has to enlist a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
And that had Carrie Coon as maybe got to change that last name.
That's wild.
But yeah, I'm still excited for this. If they can get the scare level up to Mr. Boogedy from back in the day,
or just
I'm there.
Just those early bloody Goosebumps episodes.
Yeah,
mate. I'm about it.
I'm fucking
where you got to run to turn on the bathroom light, and then turn it off and fucking Ricky it down the
hallway. I was telling Dave I watched that reboot of The Grudge, the American Grudge, the 2020 one that came out.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Dog shit. It was fucking horrible. Really, really bad, dog. They had some good fucking characters in there too. Fucking Billy
Really?
Sadler was in there. Fucking all these like big names was in there.
Yeah.
John Cho was in there.
Yeah.
Fucking ass that movie. Fucker was ass.
Did John Cho direct that one?
I actually don't know. I'll check that. But yeah, I just didn't like it, eh? The CG was really bad too. That in Candyman 2, how they turn off the light and then he just appears?
Yeah.
That looked better than when she does it in there. She turns off the light and you can see the O, but you can see the lighting's all fucked up of the O standing there and shit. It was bad, man. I was so upset.
You know,
Those have those.
I always think about how they would have shot that scene, and it's more than likely just like, okay, Tony Todd's not there, but he really is there. He's just like knelt down. Shot. As she hits the light, he just stands up.
You know when MJ performed in Budapest, but at the fucking halftime Super Bowl, and he shoots out the crowd.
Still one of the maddest fucking entrances, though.
That's the best halftime show. Still,
Yeah, 100%.
Better than Prince's.
yeah.
Prince's one, he made it rain.
Yeah, I know he made it rain and prayed to like the fucking every god he could. But that MJ one where he was like shooting up paws like all around the stadium and you just didn't know.
I just see him.
Flicks the coin at the dealer. R.I.P. to MJ, man. And Prince.
Yeah, 100%. I just can't laugh into the RIP because I'm getting fucked up over here.
Oh man. So movies they want to get into the exclusivity business. So they've gotten into bed with Park Chan-wook. Park Chan-wook was the director of Stoker. He directed Old Boy. He's got some fucking hits and heaters under his belt, right?
Man.
Yeah.
So, like, his new movie, which is called, All right, there, baddos. It's called Leave. It's Leave?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one follows a detective who, he's investigating this murder case and he falls in love with the prime suspect. Then some supernatural shit starts happening. So it's got like that eerie kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
So what movie's kind of done is they've gone, all right, cool, have your premiere, do your thing, but a week later, this is dropping on our streaming service exclusively. We won't be able to get it for Netflix or whatever, because it's just gonna be at home there on Mubi.
Yeah.
The story sounds mad though, and this guy's got some mad movies under his belt. I don't know how many people are going to be drawn to Mubi because of this though.
You know what? If Mubi's sort of planning for the future, if this comes through and wins an Oscar or something, it's going to draw everyone to that streaming service
That's true.
to go watch it.
Yeah.
And it also depends on who, internationally, who Mubi sort of partners with as well. I mean, Mubi might be partnered with Netflix in Australia. You know what I mean? And then this will come out on Netflix in Australia. And if you had a VPN, you'd be able to just change your VPN to Australia and watch it, people.
This is
Sure.
true. This is true for free.
Yeah.
Unless Netflix cracks down on that too.
Or at least for the price of a Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
Do you know how many
Yeah.
people in the US, because I'm in group chats in the US, were like, oh, I missed The Last Dance on what's his face because it was streaming on TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can just get a VPN. We've got it on Netflix over here. Really?
VPN Express to the rescue.
Oh, man.
It's always that fucking hit him with the Yoda after as well. But so John Watts, guy who directed the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, so he was scheduled to direct the new Fantastic Four that was going to come out, which I was hoping we'd get a fucking synopsis for because I want to know if I'm right or not. But unfortunately, he's not going to direct it anymore. So no bad blood between himself and Marvel. It's just that he needed the break, and he just doesn't want to do superhero films right now. Yeah. So Feige, he announced everything. He said there's no animosity between us or John Watts. As mentioned before, he just didn't want to do superhero films, and now we're sort of on the quest to find another director for this Fantastic Four. They haven't given us any details about who's doing what, who's starring, anything like that. We still just know that there's a Fantastic Four movie coming out. But yeah, John Watts no longer doing that, and looks like we're on the prowl. You're single and ready to fuck a mingle.
I respect John Watts for actually stepping away from that. That's an easy payday. That's an easy payday for him. He could stay in the stable of directors at Marvel and flip between this and Sony Spider-Man movies for the rest of his career. He's got 2 other feature film credits behind him. He's got Clown, which is like this horror movie. Yeah. About a cursed clown costume.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah. I haven't watched it, but I watched the trailer today and it didn't look too bad. And then he's got Cop Car with Kevin Bacon, which is where he really got kind of noticed. And then he's got TV credits under his belt.
Yeah. Hit that 100 Days of Summer or whatever it is.
That was Jonathan Levine.
Right.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. Don't quote me. I ain't said shit. So yeah.
Yeah,
I like it. I want to see what else he's gonna do. Maybe he does a smaller movie because 3 back-to-back big movies like this, you'd want to do something smaller and more kind of character focused and stretch different muscles.
Yeah.
What sort of hit to John Watts' ego do you think it's going to be when his smaller movie opens up to $15 million compared to $300?
If he made that movie for $1 million, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Do you think he runs back?
He's so he's also rumored to direct the next Spidey.
Okay.
So he's still got the bag. The bag's still there.
Oh.
I think he's just I want to do this for me. My next movie, my next feature, I'm going to do this for me.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right then, man. Why would you want to be on 2 superhero movies at the same time anyway?
That's right. And then just bounce back and forth. Pause.
That would have been a bit too much. He'd never get a break then.
Yeah. And with this, he'd have to establish. I'm establishing the Fantastic Four. I'm going through that casting and everything. With Spider-Man, it'd probably be a bit easier now because he's got the shorthand with the actors, he's got the cast in place. It's he knows that.
Yeah. Plus, we haven't seen an established. We haven't seen John Watts do the establishing of a superhero team before. With Spider-Man: Homecoming, Spidey was already established. It was just a matter of creating the environment for him to succeed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that was it.
Spoilers, but with the end of Far From Home, that's what he's going to have to do anyway. Right?
No Way Home?
No Way Home. That's what he's going to have to do anyway. If he doesn't step in, the next director's basically got a blank script. There's going to be there'll be nothing joining that Spider-Man to the MCU anymore. Nobody knows who Spider-Man is.
That's right.
Yeah,
I like that. That's what I'm most excited for. This is 100%. Spider-Man I've been waiting for.
I don't know. It's good that he's not attached, and you can see with him saying that there's no bad blood between him and Marvel. He's keeping that connect open for the next big thing that'll happen there.
Believe me, Watts is going to stay on as a producer. He knows he can make some money on this one, son.
100%.
Badly.
If the offer taught me anything, is you just need to put your name on something and just get out there.
Fucking big time. It's like property. I reckon this leaves a massive opening for John Krasinski to step in
Yeah.
as director.
That'd be cool, actually.
Because he's already experienced at establishing worlds and a team from Quiet Place.
True.
Yeah.
And The Office, if you want to like delve into that.
Well, the Office only helps him because the Fantastic Four is definitely going to have humor in it, much like Spider-Man and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will.
True. Fuck. Krasinski-led superhero movie? That'd be fire, dude.
Fucking
Like,
oath. Even if he
considering
doesn't
the
play Mr.
themes of
Fantastic.
A Quiet Place, if this O wasn't attached to anything Marvel, this O could have done Justice League Dark as well if GDT wasn't there. Or
GDT
JJ.
won't be there.
It won't be there.
It'll be JJ.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
fuck
he's-
JJ, I'd prefer fucking Krasinski.
Badly.
If JJ is just going to write it and whatnot and just produce it, because he won't direct it,
True.
that'd be really, really good.
Yeah.
They'd still have a vision and whatnot to stick to, and then the directors can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. If anything, if JJ's doing the script, they should just get the O that did Overlord to do Justice League Dark.
Julius Avery would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Julius Avery should direct the Wolverine movie. That's what he should do.
True.
Especially if it's World War II.
Set it in Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Mate, with Miles Teller as
Oh,
Wolverine.
some inspired casting there.
Yeah.
So Miles Teller makes the double Marvel double Dutch.
Everyone does it.
Touch cup, motherfucker.
Everyone does it. And the second one where they land is always the better one.
Fucking oath.
True.
It seems like J.J. Abrams is setting up to be the Snyder to shepherd the DC universe as well. Look, I like that Miles Teller casting.
Yeah.
It's better than the Radcliffe casting. Tell you that.
Yeah.
They only choose Radcliffe because of how short he is.
Yeah.
I think Miles Teller got that beat.
Yeah.
I think he's average. He's not overly tall.
Well, how tall is Matthew Good?
Matthew Good's tall.
Well, then he's as tall as Matthew Good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because when they were standing there in that alleyway, he looked shorter.
Yeah, but not that much.
Now you can fuck off.
It was so good. Anyway, so
see-
we've what's up?
Oh, sorry. Matthew Good is 6'1".
Yeah, so he would be about average 5'9".
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I take it, man. We got Jackman. For like 8 movies, we got Jackman, and he was tall as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Jackman was also fucking jacked as well.
I reckon Teller could do
like
it.
it.
Teller got into really good shape for that Bleed For Me movie, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's kind of lean in Top Gun.
yeah. You got to remember, he's going to be wearing a suit, so
Yeah.
right, the suit will do most of the work.
Yeah.
True. I was
Tom Muscle's
gonna,
already in there.
Yeah, build him in.
I was gonna say as well. What do you call it? We took a trip to Gamesman yesterday before Lawrence dropped me off. They've got the Wolverine from the comic Days of Future Past bust there,
Which one?
where the one where he's in the brown leather jacket with the jeans and he's got the grey streaks in his hair like that.
How much is it?
I think it was like $70 or something.
Champion.
I need it.
Chip it. Store it.
Hug it, chug it, football all night.
All right, so we this is like brand new. So Blake Lively is going to make her directorial debut, right? So
Yep.
she's going to adapt this this graphic novel called Seconds. It's written by the same guy that wrote Scott
Billy?
Pilgrim. And they're actually gonna this one's actually being written by Edgar Wright as well,
Yeah.
which is really, for me, is really cool. Edgar doesn't really write much anymore, at least
Not for other people.
yeah, only for himself really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one they say is about this this girl called Katie, right? And Katie, one night, just wakes up with this ability to be able to, you know, write something she wants. She wants to change in a notebook, and it happens. Yeah. So she starts abusing this power and starts to alter past mistakes and everything, and you know it's the what's his face, it's the Back to the Future sort of thing starts happening, right?
Yeah.
So just everything starts changing. Space starts to unravel. Yeah.
This is like Butterfly Effect meets Death Note.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking as well.
What do you call it? Did you guys ever watch? Oh shit! Sorry, dog. Did you guys ever watch About Time?
About Time.
It was the one with Rachel McAdams and the O from Ex Machina and Star Wars, General Hux. Always
Domhnall
forget his
Gleeson?
actual.
Domhnall Gleeson.
Yeah. What do you call it? It's the one with him and how on his 21st birthday, his dad teaches him that he can go back in time.
I haven't watched it. I've heard you talk about it, but I was
It's a
just
fucking mad
never
movie.
checked it out. Same with like Time Traveler's Wife. Never checked that out.
What do you call it? They go through the whole like what you change will change the future type shit.
Yeah.
Like he has a kid with Rachel McAdams, and then he goes back in time to change something, and he comes back and he picks up his kid, and it's a girl instead of a boy and shit like that.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's like subtle changes, but fucking, it was really cool. It's worth it, that movie.
Sounds like a movie that you cry in.
Yeah.
Like, is it?
I sobbed my fucking heart out that movie.
Oz will save that for the midnight watch then, when everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, man. Fucking hell. You know what? They need to have like a fucking graph for like hourly stock. Because I swear between the hours of 12 and 4, when Oz watches a sad movie, the Kleenex shares just go through the fucking roof.
Badly.
These happy.
Pause.
What's that?
Oh, man. So, Russell Crowe and Liam Hemsworth are teaming up again. So, they've got a movie already. It's like a poker movie, I think.
Yeah.
But this new movie is Russell Crowe's next directorial feature as well. Actually, no, it's not. The one that they're filming now is Russell Crowe's next one.
He's directing
This one is directed by the guys that did that Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin, dog shit. Yeah. But this one sounds pretty cool. So Russell Crowe is his fucking drone operator called Reaper. I don't know why he had to have such a bad cut name.
Call something, mate.
And then Liam Hemsworth is this operative on the ground. And this mission goes wrong. And then their lines of communication are basically down. The only person that can relay information is Russell Crowe's drone operator because he's like watching them. But he can't say anything to them. They can't say anything to him. But he can sort of relay what's happening on the ground. So they've got a mission in the Philippines. And they've got to fucking like work through it. But they can't like communicate with home base. Sounds interesting. Sounds like one of them like real taut military thrillers. But they're going to go up against like the biggest thing, but they've only got like 3 or 4 men. It's like that fucking Spartans, 300 Spartans story mixed with like the warriors in the South Philippines.
With the house shoes on. What do you call it? I wonder if it's going to be like they're watching. You know how they got the military iPad out there, and they're just watching what the drone sees, and that's how they're going to have to receive direction.
Yeah.
You know, some
Fucking
of the drone pilots that they have, they recruit them from watching them sort of play first-person shooters.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So they know their reaction times, all that sort of stuff is perfect for a drone. Those guys will go into the army and be pilots, but drone pilots.
Would you
Wow.
ever, Triz? Would you ever, if you got an email saying like, I'm putting together a team?
Why is it Vin Diesel sending this email?
I don't know. It's always the Vin Diesel head cock as well.
I know. Right? I'm everything but a photo.
It's the smirk for me. That's
Yeah, that's where the camera like usually like pans into it, like he's gonna do like the most badass shit.
Yeah, the only reason they pan into that fucking shot for Vin Diesel is because it's a shortcut anyway. They want to show him next to everyone else. Fucking hell.
And that's it for film news this week.
Yeah.
All right, there, Bado. It is time to fan the hammer.
All right, so House of Dragon costs more per episode than Game of Thrones. We got a few new photos of Obi-Wan, and we got some talk about him and Vader and Maul, which is cool. So Bobak Estajani is going to write the new Alien series over there at FX. Noonans, which is a spin-off from Harley Quinn, has been announced by HBO Max. Elizabeth Perkins, Zach Woods, Poppy Liu, Paul Walter Hauser, Anna Conkle, funny, Jack Whitehall, and Vivian Wu are joining the After Party Season 2 for Apple. Tales of the Jedi, announced at Disney+. There's a new anime over there. Pachinko has been renewed for a second season at Apple. Space Force got cancelled. Legend of Tomorrow got cancelled. Devery Jacobs joins that Echo series.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Bruce Greenwood is going to be the person replacing Frank Langella on the Fall of the House of Usher. Money Heist, Korea, is coming out on June 24th on Netflix. Joe Manganiello is joining The Kill Room with Sam Jackson. I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Whitney biopic. Got a little poster there. We'll post that up somewhere here. Warner is considering the Batgirl movie for cinema rather than releasing on HBO Max. Michael Mann has started production on his Ferrari movie, which is awesome. So J.J. Abrams is set to produce the Hot Wheels film for Warner. So there's been some delays with Universal. So Super Mario Brothers is now coming out April 7th, 2023. And Puss in Boots has taken the December 21st slot this year. Bad Bunny is going to play El Muerto for Marvel and Sony. Venom and Ghostbusters sequels are definitely on the way, confirmed at CinemaCon. The second and third Spider-Verse films get titles, so it's going to be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is coming out in 2023, and then Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is coming out in 2024. Tom Rothman also said that, he had real big dick energy on the stage, and yeah, it was wild. Rhys Thomas is going to direct Robotech for Sony. Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson are definitely coming back and returning for the Batman 2. Matt Reeves is writing the script right now. The Avatar sequel gets a title. It's Avatar: The Way of the Water, and we will get that first trailer on Strange. So don't be worried if you get a pair of glasses with your session. David O. Russell, his film Amsterdam is set for November 4th release date. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is, instead of December 16th, is now coming out December 21st because it was going to get crushed by Avatar on that original date. We got titles for the A Quiet Place spinoff, so that's going to be called A Quiet Place Day 1, and the new Mission Impossible is going to be called Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. We'll also get a trailer for that soon on Top Gun. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and the Marvels have now switched release dates as well. So the Marvels is coming out July 28th, 2023. Ant-Man 3 is now taking up the Marvel slot, and it's been moved up to February 17th, 2023. The Anya de Armas is definitely locked in now to do that Ballerina movie, which is the John Wick spinoff. And unfortunately, Andrew Garfield is going to take a hiatus from acting.
Very good. Take a breath, man. I was almost want to fan you like James Brown. Pause.
Put the coat on you.
Oh, fuck.
T-Dog needs to run out of his room. With
But then I was going to do the double splits after.
with the laptop in hand.
I was always picture the Tyrone Biggums where he does the drop and pulls his hoodie up.
I'm glad we're getting Ant-Man 3 earlier.
Same.
Yeah.
I can wait for the Marvels.
It depends on what that show's like, my friend.
True. But
That show's going to be fire.
But because of Loki, I need to see Kang.
Mm.
Need to see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think Kang is going to be the big bad, or do you think they're going to be like, hey, we got this doctor in Latveria that starting shit?
Fuck, that'd be fire. Because they're going to have to sow those seeds now. Sow them now, my friend.
I cannot wait.
I know. I actually feel like watching Loki again, eh? Because I saw that damn video again where they link up Majors talking where he's like, up until now I knew everything, but now I don't know everything. And it's linked up when Thingy Olsen becomes the Scarlet Witch officially in WandaVision. Yeah. It's like, fuck, I feel like watching Loki.
WandaVision I'd like to watch as well again.
I watched that last episode of WandaVision, and it was fire.
Yeah.
Just the last episode.
Yeah. It's just the first 2 episodes. It's a slog to get through for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as they get past it, it gets like a lot better. But like what keeps me there is just fucking it's Vision and it's Kat Dennings on the outside and shit like that.
But you want to get on the inside.
Oh fucking oath. God damn. But we had some trailers this week as well. So I think this is our 3rd trailer for the Black Phone that we had. We finally got our debut trailer for the Essex Serpent with Tom Hiddleston. We got the debut for the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie as well. We got. Is this the final trailer for Jurassic World Dominion? This is the final trailer, eh?
Yeah.
Who knows?
They'll TV spot you to death. There'll be a clip
true.
out.
They have been.
Yeah.
Have you seen how many TV spots they put out for Strange? I swear to God.
And spoiler
Yeah.
too.
It's fucking wild. What do you call it? We also got the Pentaverate as well, which looks alright.
Yeah.
But then we also had our pickies for the week there.
Yeah. My pick was A24's Bodies. And the only reason that I picked this one is because it looked so similar to Ready or Not. In terms of like people just playing a game that's actually fucking deadly. So these guys are basically like they have a sleepover and they're playing Murder in the Dark, but they're actually murdering the Oues.
Okay.
It's wild. And then you got Lee Pace, who's like playing this. He's like got like this long fucking bleach blonde hair. He's like basically like this fucking surfer Chad. And then
his dad.
yeah, he did look like Volvo's dad. And then you got Pete Davidson, who I'm actually warming up to now, playing like the stoner boyfriend. It looks fun, man.
Pete Davidson is really good. Like him in What's His Face was really good. Staten Island. Like, you know, I respect that man. He's willing to work on that one.
I like Pete Davidson. Let me just go on record and say that. I just find him being there, it's so awkward sometimes. I can't get in line with the awkwardness. But then when I watch him in Suicide Squad, and this is where he really like sort of like won me over. Yeah. Am I like some fucking werewolf? Yeah. Like that shit just killed me. And then like in this, I'm like, okay, I'm in line now. I think I'm in groove with Pete Davidson's humor and his algorithm he's putting out. And I'm there for it. But like this looks good. I like it, man.
True.
Do you like it?
Plus, it's A24 as well. There's bound to be some fucked up shit.
Badly.
That's what I was going to say as well. That everything, everywhere, all at once. I didn't know that was 5 people doing the video effects for that. Literally just 5 people. It's fucking wild. They did all the VFX for that movie.
That's cool.
Got to watch that one.
Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. What do you call it? My pick was Watcher. This one, every time, man. Boom, boom, boom. But this one is this couple move into this this apartment, and the lady starts looking out a window, and she's seeing like this guy on one of the upper levels on the building across the other side of the fucking way, constantly watching them. Hence the title. But fucking things just start getting really weird because he's always watching, and it's almost like he's following her in real life as well. She starts catching him in other places. Like she goes to the cinema and she sits down, and it's like all the sound cuts out and you hear this guy sit behind her, and it just gets real fucking eerie and intense. And she starts fucking freaking out. But yeah, and then you find out that other people in her building start dying as well, and it's just crazy.
You know what got me in that cinema
what's up?
scene?
What?
When you see him like lean forward and then the big sniff.
Oh, fuck. But no, this looks intense as fuck. I love these like intense like thrillers, like horror thrillers like that. Gets me every time, man.
Yeah.
It's like ever since The Strangers and shit like that, I've been in for these. Like it's almost like a quiet movie until the screams come through.
And it's always the paranoia, right?
Yeah.
And they ratchet that shit up, and then you're like, I don't know where to turn.
Yeah, it's
They
like your
keep it
stomach's
light
in fucking knots.
Till it's
Gets me
get
every
pitch
time.
black.
Like fucking The Strangers when Liv Tyler's looking at the camera and that O comes out from behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And it's not like a glimpse or anything. Like this O could have been doing jumping jacks behind her and just chilling, because it was a solid, like, I swear, minute or two that he's just standing there and then backs away again. Like it fucks with you.
Like Riddler in the start of the Batman, where he's just watching, like those intense eyes.
Yeah, 100%.
Big old dirty breaths.
Like that was breathing like Robert Z'Dar in that one movie when he has the gun to his head and he does those big screams. Fucking hell.
Was a duh. And my pick this week was the Essex Serpent. So this looks like, there's this myth going around that people were attacked by this serpent in the water. It's almost like Nessie went bad. You know what I mean? So, it looks like, what's her name? Claire Danes' character goes there and is investigating, and, she gets caught up in the town. Really? And the whole what's-his-face gets involved with the pastor and all that sort of stuff, which is Loki himself. What's his name?
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, but it looks like she goes there to investigate and everything, and then just the town turns on her.
Yeah.
They think that she's brought the serpent and everything. You get scenes of, like, this thing swimming under a boat, but I don't know.
Just like a shadow type thing.
Yeah, it could just be like one of them big giant fish. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like them, what are they called? I think they're gars or whatever it is. Them giant fish that grow up to like 12 feet long or whatever it is.
Yeah. Fuck, that'd be scary. I like how they had like the religious overtones. So it feels like really culty when they're on that island. Like they reference Adam and Eve, and Eve being the one that's tempted and fucks everything up. Yeah. And then like the town's like into the cult, so they don't want to believe her and shit. I like this shit. Looks good.
Yeah. I've noticed.
Go on.
Oh, sorry, we don't. What do you call? I was going to say, like, all of these films where it's like horrors or thrillers where there's a religious undertone always fucks with me. Like, it always captivates me, and Oues is always there for it, ready to shit myself.
Yeah.
I never understood the whole Adam and Eve story. You know what I mean? Because if a snake were to come out to me and it's the first time I'm seeing this animal, and it says, hey, eat the fruit. As if I'm not going to eat the fruit, mate. Seriously.
Yeah, true.
There's there's some weird shit, right? Because that fruit was knowledge, and it was the self-consciousness. Like, did God really intend for us to just walk around naked with our dicks out the whole time? Because that's what that fruit was. It was like the knowledge of questioning self.
So why wouldn't he want us to have that? Does that mean
Exactly.
that we would essentially be slaves under that rule?
And does that then like mean that was a test? I'm putting this tree here, and if you eat from it, I'm fucking you up.
He could have just said it's poison. You know what I mean? Hey,
He could not made the tree.
that is true as well.
Like, why did it? Like, it wasn't a fucking requirement. Like, he was ticking the boxes and like must have this tree in there. Fuck. You know what I mean?
Any money, like, not any money, but they always talk about the wager of heaven and hell. Like, what if this was you put something out there and see if they react to it type thing? But what do you call it? Like, one of the ways that I digested all of this, like, religious information, cornerly enough, was fucking Assassin's Creed. All of they're pieces of Eden.
Yeah.
Like, the apple is that gold sphere, and it represents, like, human opinion and choice, and giving us free reign to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah. I never understood it, because there's a lot of religious people that will defend, and I'm not shitting on religion. There's a lot of religious people that will defend that they shouldn't have had the fruit. But if the fruit was the consciousness and the ability to question things and be curious about different things, then why wouldn't you? Like,
Exactly.
it's knowledge.
We all know knowledge is power.
Yeah. What do you call it?
Keep us sleep, but we just too woke up.
It's like God built in that fucking the vent in the Death Star. Like, why?
They still haven't gotten any railings on this balcony. But yeah, it's like the lifelong argument of fucking, are humans better off as, like, mindless drones? Are we better off as unique individual beings? Like, so many people have different ideas of how that's meant to work out.
Yeah.
And that's why it makes for great movie content.
But
Animals. That's all we are. Really.
I like the idea of questioning everything, but with respect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're curious about something, investigate it, but don't shit on something. You don't need to bring something down to bring something up.
That's right.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
This is animals, man. That's all we are.
Yeah.
That's it.
Creatures of habit.
People are going to get fucked up when they realize and they die that that's it.
We don't know. I honestly think that, you know how they say when you take DMT and all that sort of stuff, everything slows down. So inside your head, you can probably have a trip that feels like it's 12 hours or 50 hours long, right? But really, it's melted down into 20 minutes. A DMT trip is 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, when you die, there is a massive dopamine dump in your body. So you get extremely high out of your mind. So what we're experiencing in that 2 minutes would be a lifetime of sort of like, what we think is heaven, right? That's what I think the afterlife is. Yeah, that's a scientific justification for me.
That kind of hits.
Yeah.
Good theory. Good theory.
Yeah. Moving on to our entertainment news there. We had to step around. I'm going to get cancelled on this podcast.
Twitch just shuts us down.
Just please. So, there's been reports coming out of the UK, right? So on UK TV, they screened the Spider-Man recently. So the Sam Raimi one, the first one, and there's a scene in there in the original version, where Spider-Man's like, nice outfit. Did your husband help you pick it out? And then, Randy Savage gets savage and, goes crazy a little bit. Now, the whole part about did your husband pick it out for you has been chopped out of the UK version right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go downstairs and double check my 4K Blu-ray, but I'm pretty sure it's still in that version. They haven't removed it from there yet.
Yep.
They haven't broken into the house to rip the disc.
Yeah. But yeah. It's just interesting. Interesting that they go that far to sort of change it.
Yeah, I wonder if that will trickle down to all the other digital copies out there. You know what I mean? Like, will Apple now change it up to take that piece out?
I think
I don't know how. What's it?
Go on.
I don't know how I feel about now with the lens that we have on society and the sensitivity that needs to be applied. I don't know how I feel about retroactively changing film to suit that that outlook. You know what I mean? I have total respect for that community, and I'm pretty sure Sony does as well. We don't see anything like that in the new Spider-Man, Marvel films, or any film that wants to make money. There's nothing that kind of pushes that boundary. I think this is like the last remnants of that kind of mentality and what was okay to say back then in a kid's movie. But yeah, it feels unnecessary to kind of change it. But at the same time, I know that they're looking at, okay, who's the audience for this? It's kids mainly that are watching Spider-Man, the character, and he's saying things that could be perceived as homophobic. And I understand that's where they were coming from. But me personally, I don't have a problem with the line. I don't remember any outrage back then. Like, we're looking 25 years ago.
There was none.
Because there wasn't any vocal outrage online either, because online forums were a thing back then. There wasn't anything. I don't remember any picketing or any like sort of people coming out in the last 5 years, even saying anything about this scene and going, hey, it's been 20 years and this scene's still in Spider-Man, or this scene made Spider-Man a homophobe.
Because that's the fucking movie, mate. You know what I mean? That's how the movie was made.
Yep.
How is it that this can get censored so quickly, but we still have Gone with the fucking Wind out there?
Badly. Exactly. That's right.
Racism's fine.
That should have been the first movie to go.
That's great. Racism's fine. We can get behind that. But this little fucking word? Sorry, we can't do that. I'm Team Chappelle on all this shit. Fucking hell.
True.
Just don't watch the fucking movie. Straight up. Don't watch the fucking movie anymore.
I kind of feel like that's a dangerous kind of rabbit hole to get into, though. Like, does race equate to sexuality? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you need to kind of bring up one to bring up the other in that sort of sense. I totally agree with you, though. But just in terms of this conversation, like, everything that Peter does up until that point is dumb teenage shit, right? He's only trying to get that. He's only in that wrestling match to get the money, to get the car, to get the girl. But after that night, Uncle Ben dies. He then basically kills that guy. And then shit changes for him. He wises up. He realizes the impact of the things that he puts out come back to him tenfold. And that's why he kind of changes. So just like within the story, up until that point, he's a dumb fuck. He's an ignorant kid. And then he has to mature very quickly. So yeah, within the arc of like the movie, the character, the story, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And that's like it never registered to me that, hey, this Peter that we're seeing here in this scene is like the Spider-Man that we kind of get to see later. They're two completely different people.
It's a 17-year-old boy, man.
That's it.
Some of these people, I would love to go back and read their Twitter when they were 17 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before they've deleted everything.
Yeah.
Right? I would have loved to have seen it.
Oh.
And some of the DMs that they were sending people and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We get a true sense of who you are.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people out there that kind of they dropped a lot of shit back in the day.
Yeah. They were rather hypocritical right now.
Yeah.
100%.
Everybody always wants to act brand new when some shit comes out.
Yeah.
That wasn't you, my man.
Because we saw that. We saw it just recently with the Will Smith flag. I mean, what's his face came out? Who was it? Dickhead. What's his name? The guy who direct like 40-year-old version and all that.
Judd Apatow?
Judd Apatow comes out and he's like, it's terrible and everything. Like, how could he do that? He could have killed him on stage and all that stuff.
What the fuck?
Someone just comments after and was like, where was all this energy when James Franco, and how come you didn't talk out about James Franco? And he deleted the whole fucking tweet. What an idiot. Come on now.
And I like Judd Apatow, man, but some people get so into their feelings in the moment. Like right now, everyone's celebrating what Steve Harvey said. When he tells his wife on stage, and he's like, I'll kill every motherfucker in this room for you, because that's how much I love you. Everyone's like clapping and celebrating and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, I'm not going to jail for a woman. I'm not doing that to myself. I'm sorry. You guys got equality and everything. You can take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's it. But if you need help, I'm there.
Exactly.
Be like the town scene.
Yeah.
What do you call it? We got a question as well. Just about the Spider-Man thing. So
lay it on me, brother.
So Wayne asked, he said, for the hard copies of the film already made that do include those scenes that have been censored in the UK, do you reckon over time they would go up in value?
It depends how widespread the censorship is. So if they then went and said, okay, all digital copies will now be edited to take that out, then yeah, I think the value of that physical media will kind of go up, especially as formats die. So DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K, like you'd be talking like in 90 years, or like a long time. But yeah, they very well could be.
They definitely would. It's the only way you'd be able to watch an uncensored version of Spider-Man.
Yeah. It also highlights how important physical media is.
Yeah.
Because digitally, you could get any movie depending on what the studio wants you to see. They could take out that whole Bonesaw fight and then just cut straight to Uncle Ben dying.
Yeah. Even little things, man. What's his face? The scene of Brad Pitt going crazy in Seven, and he uses the F word. It sounds like maggot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they could cut that out. They could do all this stuff, but it just makes no sense.
People need to just remember, like, there's a character on screen. It's fictitious, completely fictitious, and those actions are basically those of the character.
These people were never, ever real.
Yeah.
Not ever. Not once. Not ever. This is Spider-Man we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is the same character that was born on a piece of paper.
And context is key.
Mm-hmm.
Like, watch it in terms of, like, the whole film, how that kind of flows. Because if Peter was out there, like, using racial slurs and, like, slapping gay people, be a different movie. But it ain't that movie.
It's just crazy because Spider-Man is considered, like, a trans story as well.
That's
like,
it.
It's hailed as, like, a trans story. It's just weird, man.
And then Miles Morales is bi.
Yeah.
So, like, and I think that kind of completes that vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no, like, him being bi isn't the biggest thing about him.
No, it's him being Spider-Man.
Yeah, and his choices that define him, not I'm bi, and that's my superpower. It's not. Yeah.
Miles, man. Miles needs his own... I want to see, like, a live-action film for Miles.
That needs to happen.
I always thought it was that kid from It that played... What's-his-face? That played Mike. Was going to play... What's-his-face? Was going to play Miles. Like, that's who I thought it was going to be.
They're waiting on that, That was in the wings.
Going to age up a little bit?
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be Peter age. Pause. Yeah, he's like 14, 15 himself. He's still a child.
Yeah. Unless they catch him when he's 17, he's watched like the whole Spider-Man kind of thing.
Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man sort of.
Yeah, so then, because Spider-Man is supposed to mentor Miles.
Yeah.
To kind of get him started. So that would be cool, like, in the next one.
That would be cool, actually.
They've already established, what do you call it, thingy. Gambino as Uncle Aaron. I don't know if that will like continue on.
Should.
Boy, and that he'll be Prowler, but what do you call it? They already showed like his connection to Miles from there as well. Because like as much as Peter's his mentor, Uncle Aaron was there to like give him those first steps as well.
Yeah, but
before he gets into it,
that'd be cool, right? And I know we're going like way off track, but that'd be cool just in terms of the blip. That like. If Miles got blipped, and in that 6 years, Uncle Aaron was kind of like traumatized by losing Miles, losing most of his family. He was alone. He made some like fucking dubious decisions and followed a path. And then when Miles blips back in, he's got to play that like, you know, that double role.
Yeah.
That parallel and still sort of kind of be the bad guy.
Yeah.
It would be cool.
100%.
But even, I mean, they planted those seeds in the last Spider-Man movie, right? With Jamie Foxx saying, you know, I was kind of hoping it was a black kid under there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just did half the work for Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Send a fucking check.
I swear, dude.
The check.
Fucking I'll pay it directly.
Yeah, man. Do that shit.
I would like 1 Bitcoin and 1 Ethereum, please.
Fucking earth. That's what I'm going to tell motherfuckers from now on. Pay me directly in Ethereum or Bitcoin only.
That'd be cool.
Can't be in integers or fractured coins either. I want a whole one.
Jesus, you know how many people walking away from that deal?
I don't give a fuck. Give me my money.
For our last piece of film news there, so the cinematographer on episodes 2 and 3, or 3 and 4 of Moon Knight, right? He was talking about underlit film and TV. He was saying on TV, sometimes it looks dark as fuck, and people probably remember the that episode, The Watchers on the Wall. Is it The Watchers on the Wall? Or the Long Night episode of Game of Thrones, where people were sort of saying, I can't see shit because of how dark that episode was. This guy was saying, look, when we're in that editing bay, we have the best monitors in the world, so shit looks different for us.
Mate, we're doing it on a laptop right now, yeah?
Yeah.
This size monitor is $80,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an LED monitor. It's not an OLED. It's nothing. It's an LED monitor that looks better than an OLED.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And so their conditions when they're editing and doing the color correction is completely different, right? So when this then hits home on streaming, so there's already compression artifacts which limits the bandwidth that a file can have, which impacts picture and audio quality. Then people don't have their TV set up and calibrated. Mm-hmm. So that adds another layer of like fuckery and changes what the director intended. And then like the different resolutions that you could watch in would also change it. and then the HDR grades on it too. So what this guy said was with Moon Knight, right? Because there's a lot of dynamic coverage in terms of lighting. He said, I overlit my scenes so that when we're in the editing bay, hey, now I can like tune it down, tune it up.
Yeah.
But I make sure that I get everything in camera so I can make those changes post.
Yeah.
Which is it's a really cool approach.
They've had that technology for the past 20 years. When they redid Jaws, that's the tech that they were doing. That's the tech that they were using.
I didn't know that. Fuck. I thought they went full new age.
Which is the shit that you kind of want.
Yeah.
Because the HDR grade will drag the brightness down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like, even though it's like 1,000 nits on that disc and mastered at 1,000 nits, it will drag the brightness down to give you the different gradations of the color spectrum and the black detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That's what Moon Knight
Pretty cool.
does look as good as it does.
And Moon Knight,
Yeah.
it fucking does. It really looks good. And the things that pop, even though it's in like a dark scene, the way that it's lit and everything, it's really kind of highlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And that's it for all the news this week. Speaking of Moon Knight, which was fire, I really enjoyed it, but we're up to the finale. The finale is apparently only 42 to 44 minutes.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's apparently the shortest MCU TV show finale.
Damn it.
And I don't know how they're going to wrap all these fucking loose ends up and get back to Khonshu, get back to get Steven back, introduce Jake, the third personality.
Yep.
And save the fucking day, unless Harrow just gets X'd out in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Because I really liked his character. Go out like a punk in the first fucking 10 minutes would just be like really, really shit. Then I kind of write it off really quickly.
Yeah. There's it'll probably end up with them balancing the scale finally, and then they'll have that fucking trial at the end for Harrow.
Yeah.
Now they had the trial for Khonshu. They'll probably do the same at the end of this episode.
And he'll probably have to use that thing on himself. That scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Halo dropped, and yeah, it came and went. And I don't like watching it. I don't think this is the Paramount Plus show that they should have led with.
No.
The real show that they should have come out the fucking gates and fucking smashed it with was The Offer, which does more in one episode than Halo could wish for in 6. This show is fucking, it's tonally right. It gets me in the technical side of things. It gets me in the fucking storytelling side of things. The actors are fucking putting on a clinic in there. And for the first time, this generation has a fucking actor, and that actor is Miles Teller. He's the guy that's fucking, he should be up next. Yeah. And that's my big takeaway. I'm loving Matthew Good. I don't know if he's doing a Matthew McConaughey impersonation, but he's rocking the shit, man. He's fucking killing that shit. Dan Fogler is good, and the guy that does Mario Puzo is unbelievable. I don't know who that guy is. I think I've seen him before. I've
seen him before.
Juno Temple is fucking killing it. His wife as well.
You don't watch Lasso though, right?
Nah.
She smashes her role in Lasso.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So I never really kind of liked her in other movies. She played like this fucking, like she always played like the weird chick that was otherworldly, like the pixie girl. And then Ruddy's wife is nuts. Like I'm loving that relationship too. There's just so much to like just sink your fucking teeth in.
Yeah.
And this is really showing me what that Paramount Plus exclusive shows are doing. So I'm excited for the Tulsa King, Stallone's one from Taylor Sheridan. Because if it's just a little bit like this in terms of like the mob organization, like because this show is playing it like the long con. It's like the heist that's being set up, and they're like problem solving and putting all the players in places and kind of setting their position. It's doing a lot for me, and it's like I think it's like my favorite new show at the moment.
Yeah.
It's what's his name? I had it before. Patrick Gallo. He's the guy that plays Tony Jack in The Irishman as well.
Can't remember. Can't remember him right now. And we can't end the episode without talking about We Own the City. Which, fuck, that did a lot. There's so much shit happening. They're setting up a lot of things, different timelines as well. And if
Bernthal came through and put on a clinic in that first episode, man. Mate.
I don't know how he does it, but every show he fucking does, he finds time to just outact everyone in the scene.
Like, after that first episode, I don't want it to end. It's only 6, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's a limited series. It's only 6. I'm like, damn it, I want more of this now.
Yeah, I need more of that character. Fucking hell. The way this ended and everything, but if you get, like, if people out there going to watch this show, only watch that, like, watch the whole fucking thing, of course. But if you've only got time to watch that first 20 minutes of him kind of giving that speech to the class,
outlining what happens in his team.
Yeah.
In his the gun task force team. But that ending was beautiful of that what's his face. Because the major from not the major, he comes out and he's like he didn't even look away. And you just see him follow them and just keep eye contact the whole time. It's beautiful.
And the way they kind of set up the other members of his team by these guys are crooks, and then they fucking put on their vests and shit like that. I was like, whoa. Because I legit thought they were fucking like they were gangbangers in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were as well. Even though they pulled up in a BM, I was like, oh,
fucking hell.
Tell us about Battle of Heather there. Battle?
It was fucking excellent. I really liked those first 2 episodes. Fuck, it was good. Garfield in this show fucking kills it.
Really?
And yeah, really fucking good. Really good. Like I didn't know that he was a Mormon in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's LDS, Latter-day Saint.
Yeah. Fucking wild. But like the way he fucking moves in this show, unreal. Like, Garfield is fucking killing the game right now, dog.
Fuck, I gotta watch this. There's so much new out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Undone dropped. Ozark dropped. The regular shows that I watch, like, I've only been watching TV. I did not watch one single movie this week.
Yeah.
I watched the first half of that Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
You know, it's 2 towers. You gotta get it done.
Today.
No, this was really good. I can't wait for the next episode. I don't know if they're dropping in 2s this whole time, but I'm fucking in.
To that very first week, and then it's 1 every week for 7 weeks. Yeah.
Shit.
That's just to break in the fucking veins, and then
oh man,
I just need that fix every week.
It did. Like
big time.
I'm looking forward to watching this every week now.
Yeah, Oues will meet you there next week.
Hopefully they drop all 3 on Disney Plus, like straight up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. Because then, I don't have to go through nefarious means to actually watch it.
to VPN it.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
All right. And that's it. That's a wrap for the whole week. We'll be back next week. Catch us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
We're doing really good stuff over at TikTok. You
yeah.
Check it out.
Check out some of the clips there, champions. We'll love yourself and love movies.
And vape more, smoke less, and I know I've said it every time, but for the love of God, wash your ass.